What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. It is I, Light Liger, the crypto enthusiast, and today I'm gonna be showing you guys how to set up your very own Masternode through a VPS service. And initially I thought like, oh, it must be really hard to set up your own servers, keeping the computer up 24/7, coding, scripting, all these things that I thought would be associated with Masternode. But actually, it's a very, very easy process. And once you have done it once, you can duplicate that process into any other coin. So you can use this guide basically to set up a Dash, a Stratis, or a Lux coin Masternode. The process is basically identical. It's always usually the very same. There might be a one tweak there, and obviously the coin amount is different. So the first thing you need to do is download the core wallet. And I will be using a one called MCPC coin, the mobile crypto pay coin. This is priced at around $75 right now. I wanted to get a cheaper Masternode for the purpose of creating this video. Obviously, once you download it, it's going to take a few gigabytes based on how old the coin is, how big is the chain, and all that. Newer coins are going to sync up much faster, and you will be seeing a bottom bar syncing up process first there. I've already synced up the coin for the purpose of making this video, obviously. And it should look like, well, very similar whatever coin you're using right now. And as I said, once again, you can use this guide to pretty much set up any other coin. And so the first thing you want to go is to settings. And you want to encrypt the wallet. So if you're using a computer which you share with your family members, you don't want them to steal your coins, basically. Maybe you're crazy enough to set it up on a school computer. I don't know what is the purpose. But basically, make sure to encrypt it. And I already have encrypted that. You can choose a password. And we're going to unlock it right now. This is an optional step. You don't have to do it to set up the Masternode. The very first step of setting up a Masternode is obviously getting the coins. Each Masternode coin has a set amount. Some have 1,000, some have 5,000, some have 15,000. That is all based on coins. Sometimes there's tiered Masternodes. That is another video of its own. And basically, it is very important you have the coins before setting up the Masternode. You can't gradually collect the coins into the wallet at least. So we go to the Receive tab. And we're going to create the address where we're going to be sending up the Masternode coins. And we're going to click Request Payment. And this is our address. We're going to copy it. I'm going to close this. And we're going to go to, in my case, we're going to go to an exchange. And I will be sending the withdrawal request from that exchange. And you might have them on another wallet, or you may be getting them from a friend, whatever. What is the cause? I don't know. But basically, you're going to be requesting the coins. And I've now sent the request for the coin to be withdrawn, and it should be coming out at some point. And once the coin will appear on, it should be coming on the transactions tab once it's sent out. Obviously, depending on the exchange, it may take some time. Some exchanges are not automatic, where all the withdrawals are manual and stuff like that. And now we have already, it is here, 5,000 MCPC, and that is the amount that we need for this Masternode. It used to be 1,000, and here we can see the transaction here, and this is very important that it has 20 confirmations. Okay, so now that we have more than enough confirmations for our transaction, and as I said earlier, we need 20 for this specific Masternode, and it usually varies somewhere between 15 to 20. All Masternodes have their own specific amount of confirmations that they need. And now we need that address that we were using earlier. One way to get it is go back to Receive tab, double click this message that we created earlier. Click on the address, double click it, highlight it, and copy it. Close this window. And now is a good time to open like a notepad or a word pad. We're going to be pasting some stuff there, important stuff. Basically, we're going to make sure that the wallet is unlocked first. And then we're going to go to Tools, Debug Console. And here's how you can use certain codes for the Masternode. You can get a full list of them by typing help. And this will give you all the ones that you basically need. Obviously, on a daily usage, you don't really need any of these. I mean, it's more for the experienced users. At least I haven't need to use pretty much any of these. So the first code that we need to do is dump private key, and it's nice that it's actually automatically suggesting it. Click that, hit space, and then copy paste the address that we were using. And this line of code basically gives us private key for this address, and you can use this line of code for any address that you create with the core wallet. As some of you already know, the core wallet allows you to create multiple addresses. And we're gonna hit that, voila, we got our private key here. We're gonna highlight it, copy it, throw it in the notepad, and make sure to save that file, keep it saved out, because this is where your money is. You don't want to lose this private key. And don't show this to anyone, by the way. Don't do that. That's not very smart. So keep that to yourself. Never give the private keys to anyone, even to these hosting services. That's not part of the business model. Then we're going to type in Masternode outputs. This is not necessarily because we're going to get this from elsewhere. This shows us output IDX. It's usually, to my understanding, 0 or 1. And we're gonna copy the text hash. This is also something that you shouldn't technically show to anyone, but we're gonna be using it to basically link it to the actual service that we're gonna be going into next. So copy that, throw it into the notepad as well, just in case. Then we can close this, or you can keep it open. It doesn't really matter. Then we're going to go into the actual service. So one that I've been using is called Pecunia. It is pretty cheap hosting service, only $1 a month. The relationship between this service and your wallet is that they're not managing your funds. They're just kind of like linking like a server to your Masternode. So they can get hacked, but that means only the server getting hacked, not your actual coins. So it's a very safe way compared to, like, you know, staking pools or Masternode pools. This is a very safe service, so I recommend everybody to do it who are not very experienced in general with like general setting up your Masternodes, because as I said, you got to keep them online. You have to do a lot of other hoops. So we're gonna search the MCPC here. We're gonna click plus, and we're gonna hit here. We're gonna use 1 month plan this time, and click continue. And this is already the step that this is a one way you can get the address in just going in the console, but we already did it like on a manual way. And hit continue. As it says already, 5,000 MPC coins. And as I have to mention this again. It has to be that right exact amount. And it cannot be split in 2 different addresses on the wallet. They have to be on one specific address on your core wallet. Continue. And this is the transaction detail. And alias, well, we can just name it like, I don't know, MCP. And we're going to pass the transaction ID here, continue, and deploy. And now it is installing it. And this will take some time. Okay, so now that you have waited, it takes around 5 minutes or so. We're going to be going to the next step. And basically what you need to do is you're going to be copying this field here. And we're going to go back to opening the Masternode here. We're going to go to open Masternode configuration file. This is something that you basically will find in your, well, I can show you basically where it's for me. It should be just here basically. That it doesn't say, but it says here config file on the type. And just open it. Notepad is probably good. And you don't actually need to even touch this one. You can remove it, I guess, but I just haven't done it. We're gonna copy paste this here, and we're gonna save it. And then we're gonna close up the core, and we're gonna restart it. So after you have edited the Masternode config file and restarted the wallet and also allowed Pecunia platform to sync in all the Masternodes, basically only thing you need to do after that is go into debug console and add in start Masternode alias false MCP. And if this gives you successful, then basically the Masternode is running. Also, other code you can use Masternode start missing. And if these doesn't work, you can always go to the support tab in their website. They have 24/7 support, I think, which is very good. So they will help all the problems that you may have with the syncing up process or any issues that you may have. And when you go into the actual Masternodes tab, long as it says active here and enabled here, and also on the actual platform it says online. That it means that it's actually generating rewards. And it may take up to 48 hours until you get your first reward on the platform, because that's how the Masternodes basically work. So it's not giving like everybody the first minute the rewards. And you don't need to keep the wallet open. I open them like basically once a day to get the rewards and put them on exchange or a staking wallet or whatever. Basically, that's how easy it is. And this is how simple setting up a Masternode through a hosting platform is. When you do it like your own way with your own servers, that requires a lot more command lines and coding actually, and it's a lot more hoops basically. But this is a lot more simpler, and as I said, Pecunia platform is only $1 a month basically on their model. And if you're interested on their services, they have many Masternodes in their service. I'm gonna leave the link down below in the description among some other instructions you may find useful. If you have any questions whatsoever about Masternodes, I will try to help you best way I can. Until then, I will see you guys next time. Cheers.